When I tell people that I am from Syria, usually I get this response or something similar. Oh, poor guy, it must be difficult. Are you okay? Is your family fine? But just after a few minutes, and when they realize that I am an architect and an urban planner, it's suddenly a good thing to be a Syrian. The response suddenly changed to be, oh great, you will have a lot of job opportunities when you come back. You have a lot of work to do. And they are right. For sure, they are right. This crisis have left a huge amount of damage that need to be rebuilt or dealt with and overcome. But I always say, and I believe that, to deal with a problem, we have to deal with its causes, not only its consequences. And the causes of the Syrian crisis are many, and they are diverse in terms of political, social, economical, many things. But one of the most important ones, I think, is that the Syrian society is a very diverse one. It's how I like to describe it. But this diversity was in terms of religion, in terms of ethnicity, and in terms of ideologies. I think we dealt with this bad in the past. But in the last years, we were working hard on accepting each other and live together with harmony. And just before the crisis started, we had made a far way in that, and we were really in a good situation. However, this crisis has showed these cracks in the Syrian society again and widened them. And we have to deal with this. I believe that the way to deal with this is education. But also, unfortunately, the crisis has made a severe damage to the educational system in Syria. There are more than 3 million Syrian children outside of schools, or they don't have access to schools. A quarter of the Syrian schools have been destroyed or damaged, or they are not working as educational facilities right now. The percentage of attendance in schools in some hot areas or conflict areas dropped from 97% before crisis to 30%. This is not only about primary and secondary education, it's also regarding universities. For example, in my own faculty, in the architectural faculty in Damascus, in March 2013, there was an attack with a mortar shell where 15 students have died. At that day, my laziness saved me because I didn't went to faculty. But in the next day, everybody was there, taking classes and attending to see, or because they believed that life should continue. At that day, we continued our lives, but there were 15 families that have been destroyed. We have to deal with that educational crisis, as I say. And there is many ways to deal with it. And you don't have to have that a lot of resources or money. I'm going to give you some examples, simple examples, like for the Syrian researchers. It's an initiative started in 2012. It was just an idea in the head of a Syrian researcher abroad. His name is Muhannad Malak. He started it with a few other academics, Syrian academics. It started as a page on Facebook, and after that, it's now an Arabic website, and it's the #1 scientific Arabic movement in the world. Its idea is that to simplify scientific articles and spread it to the Arabic readers. You can imagine it as a Wikipedia in Arabic based only on scientific research and facts. There's another example. It's like my scholarship, the Global Platform for Syrian Students, which without it, I wouldn't have been here talking to you. Scholarships prepare people with skills to be useful in the future of the countries that are in crisis, like Syria in our example. Now, the way to solve this, as I said before, is education. But also, as an architect, it's true that I have a duty to rebuild the physical structure of Syria, the buildings. But the rebuilding process itself, I believe that we should focus on rebuilding the society before rebuilding the buildings. In architecture and urban planning, we learn and we believe that we plan and design for people, and the people should have their participation in this process. If we have a shattered community, we will have a shattered urban planning. Once Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. I believe that the change in Syria should start from schools and universities, not starting by designing the physical structures. Thank you very much.